So, you just learned how to do Poi Meltdowns, and you want to learn how to move around with them, how to flow with them, how to make them look awesome. Well, I'm here to help out. I have options that will help you travel across the stage. I have options that will get you leaping with joy. And I've got options that are going to make you go off into space in ways that you couldn't imagine. So let's dive in. Drex here from DrexFactor Poi, sharing with you the love of poi spinning and flow arts to benefit your body and brain. And in this video, I'm going to give you 3 options for how you can dance and flow up those poi meltdowns. But before we dive in, I just want to give a quick shout out to the friends of the channel. Big thanks go to Dark Monk, Fire Mecca, Flow Fests, Flow Toys, Pyroterra Light Toys, and Ultra Poi for helping to make the videos on this channel possible. You can learn more about all these amazing companies and the work that they're doing to support flow artists like yourself by checking out the links down in the description of this video. And just to put a massive thank you out there to Pekha Pekkonen for having supported this channel for so very long. I appreciate you and everything that you've done these past few years. Poi Meltdowns. In my mind, they are one of the more advanced applications for the poi techniques that involve working with hip reels and also getting into the realm of behind the back tricks. When we play around with meltdowns, not only are we reaching behind our backs, but we're also reaching all the way across our bodies. And the good news is, because they add so much body movement, they also give us plenty of options to dance with. And I have specifically cobbled together 3 dance steps from the ballet world that happen to be a perfect fit for Poi Meltdowns. And if you don't already know how to do meltdowns, you're in luck because I did a tutorial on them that I will go ahead and link to down in the description as well as up in the cards. So our first option is something called a glissade, which is French for glide. And it involves jumping from side to side of the stage. The footwork for this looks a little complicated. It's not nearly as bad as you think. You start with your feet together. The whole idea is you want to get up in the air with your feet spread out and then bring them back together when you land on the other side. You leap out to your right, you leap out to your left, to your right, to your left, like so. And this just happens to work perfectly with a meltdown because meltdowns already have sections where you turn your whole body to the right and then turn your whole body to the left, to the right, to the left. So when you're coming from your left here, you want to open up, boom, and that's your jump over to the right. When you reset here, going back to the original side, you can take another leap back to the left. So we leap right, we leap left, right, we leap left, over, back and forth. Bonus points if you can give me a huge extension as you're taking that glissade to your stage right here. Beautiful. Option number 2, something called a pas de bourrée. Basically, you can take the meltdown and travel back and forth across the stage. Pas de bourrée breaks down like this. Essentially, you start with your feet together. You're going to cross one in front of the other. You're going to open up, and you're going to cross that same foot behind the other and open up. You could also start with the step back and open, forward and open. Now you notice whether I'm stepping back and open, forward, open, or forward, open, back, open, something that this has in common with the meltdown, my hips are turning from side to side. So we can actually match this up with the movement of the meltdown here. I like to take my left hand behind as my left foot goes behind, open up as my feet come to either side, and then cross my foot in front, my left foot in front of my right as my right hand goes behind, and then reset. I can then take it back where I step back with my right as my right hand goes behind. I can open up as I step out with my left, and then take my right in front of my left to finish things up over on stage left. So you want to think step back, open, forward to one side, step back, open, forward to the other side. Back, open, forward, good. Back, open, forward, we're good. This is going to take you all over the stage, and it will make that meltdown look so freaking cool because nobody else uses the stage like this. All right, and if you are ready for our final and greatest challenge of this video, we're going to play around with something called a barrel roll. So, barrel rolls are a fun technique that you can practice. Get down in a little plie here and kind of rock your body back and forth like this. And you're going to head on over to your stage right here. As I come down on my right leg, I'm going to jump and bring my entire body around in such a way that I want to look up at the sky as I carry over here. So go once, twice. On the third time, look up at the sky and then land. If you want to, you can practice this with like a table or a friend who is like sitting on all fours. You can just roll your back over them to get a feel for this. But ultimately, you want to get to a point where you feel comfortable driving your body over, kind of like a barrel. The name makes sense. So, how do we get this to work with a meltdown? I'm so glad you asked. It's all in that extension moment here. When we're coming from left hand behind to open, what I want to do is I can take that plie moment, boom, and take it over top. So, I can go over, and the trick is when I land, I got to get that right hand behind my back to finish it up. I'm not going to lie, there's not a good way to reset from this. There's not a good way to get back over to stage left. This is kind of a one-way street. But my goodness, does it look cool, right? Maybe you can combine this together with the pas de bourrée. Maybe you can say, stay over on stage left here, go on in, take your barrel roll, and take your pas de bourrée back. Take your barrel roll, and take that pas de bourrée back. Great combo that uses the same trick. And just as a special bonus, I figured I would give you a little bit of jazz technique because that's more my forte. And this is just a classic step touch in jazz. You step, touch, you step, touch, you step, touch, you step, touch. Whichever foot is doing the touch, you're just tapping down on the ground. You do not commit weight to it. You just touch and then move it back for the next step. Touch, move it back for the next step. The trick here is, as you're doing this back and forth, I would also love to see, boom, a little bit of hip involved. Because you have just like a half a second to work with on either end of this pattern. This is something that kind of feels a little bit Bob Fosse to me. You may find that it's a good way to make those meltdowns look just a little bit sassier. Either way, it's a winner. So, give it a try. So, those are my picks for 3 different ballet steps that work great with meltdowns. Did I miss something that you do with your meltdowns? Please leave me a comment and let me know. I'd love to find out. In the meantime, if you wouldn't mind giving this video a like, a share, a subscribe, that would help other people find this video, and more importantly, it would help my channel grow. So, help me out, please and thank you. So once again, friends, I just have to put a huge thank you out there to the lovely and talented Jennifer Ever Swanson for doing the camera work on this one, and also coaching me through on how to clean up my glissades. Thank you so much for all your support. This video would not exist without you. Thank you, Ever.
Thank you.
This video would not be possible without my amazing supporters on Patreon. In particular, I'd love to give a shout out to my Flow patrons who are listed on screen right now. Thank you, you all rock. And if you out there watching are not currently a supporter, but you'd like to become one, the way you can do that is heading on over to my Patreon at patreon.com/DrexFactor Poi and signing up. There you can get access to a whole host of rewards, including getting your name in the credits, as well as access to an exclusive weekly lesson as part of the Flow Circle. I'll go ahead and include a link to that down in the description, as well as up in the cards. Go check it out, please and thank you. And if the dance terminology that I'm throwing out there maybe feels a little bit overwhelming, I did a few video tutorials last year on some basic dance steps combined with Poi that I'll go ahead and include a link to as a playlist down in the description, as well as up on screen. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to get out and flow today, and I'll see you with a new video real soon. Take care. Peace.